All right, so you got that big interview coming up for that promotion. Congrats. We know you're probably prepping like crazy right now, so to make sure you're totally ready, we're diving into that Career Vids video you sent over, promotion interview questions and answers.
Smart choice, by the way.
Yeah,
That channel's super popular for a reason. They've helped a ton of people level up their careers.
exactly. And this video in particular breaks down 7 common promotion interview questions. You know, the ones that make your palms sweat a little, and even better, it gives you really solid answers you can adapt to your own experience because nobody wants to sound like they're reciting a script in there.
Right. Authenticity is key, but having a kind of like a framework for your answers can be a lifesaver when the pressure's on.
100%. So the first question they jump into is, why do you want this promotion? Seems simple enough, but I bet there's more to it than just saying, more money, please.
You laugh, but you'd be surprised how many people fumble this one.
No.
Oh, yeah. This is your chance to show them you're not just looking for any old promotion. You're invested in this role at this company.
It's about showing them this isn't just a stepping stone for you, right?
Precisely. Think of it as a chance to highlight your ambition, but also your genuine desire to, contribute to the company's success in a bigger way.
Okay, so you've convinced them you're not just in it for a corner office. Next up, they ask, what have you done to prepare for a promotion? I like this one because it forces you to show, not just tell, how ready you are.
Absolutely. Anyone can say they're a hard worker. This is where you back it up with concrete action. Have you talked to your manager about your goals? Have you shadowed anyone in a similar role? Taken any courses on your own time to, sharpen your skills?
That's what I'm talking about. Those are the kinds of things that show you're serious, not just waiting around for a promotion fairy to wave their magic wand.
Exactly. It's about demonstrating initiative, and trust me, employers are drawn to that.
Now, this next question is the one I'd probably stress about the most. Why are you the best candidate for this promotion? How do you walk that fine line between confidence and, well, sounding like a broken record of your accomplishments?
It's definitely a balancing act. Humility is important, but so is, owning your successes.
Yeah.
You want to come across as confident, but not arrogant. Think of it like this. You've earned the right to be in that room. Now it's just about articulating it clearly and powerfully.
It's like that saying, you have to be your own biggest cheerleader,
Right.
but in a way that doesn't make everyone else roll their eyes.
Exactly. And the video gives a nice framework for this. It talks about, focusing on your loyalty to the company, your track record of success in your current role, and your willingness to go the extra mile. But here's the thing. You can't just list those things off like bullet points.
So how do you actually weave that into your answer? Give me the inside scoop.
Storytelling is your best friend here.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, I'm a team player, talk about a time you really stepped up for your colleagues. Don't just say you're results-oriented. Give a specific example of a project where you knocked it out of the park.
Okay, that makes sense. Grounding it in real examples makes it way more compelling.
Exactly. It shows rather than tells what you bring to the table. Now, you're ready for the question that might make you want to run for the hills.
Hit me with it.
They're going to ask, if you don't get the promotion, what will you do? Talk about a curveball, right?
Yeah. That one's designed to make you sweat a little.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all about how you handle it, right?
You got it. It's a test of your maturity and resilience. They want to see that you're able to handle disappointment and still remain committed to your growth within the company.
So what's the best way to approach this one?
Honesty is key, but with a healthy dose of optimism. Perfectly fine to acknowledge that you'd be disappointed. That shows you're genuinely invested, but then shift the focus to your commitment to learning and growth.
Okay.
You know,
I can see that it's about showing them you're not going to throw a tantrum and storm off if things don't go your way.
exactly. And that you're in it for the long haul. You're invested in your future at the company, regardless of this one decision.
That's a powerful message. Okay, let's move on to a question that feels a little less like walking a tightrope. The video then talks about that classic interview question. Tell me about a time you had to solve a significant problem. They use a customer service example, but I'm guessing this applies to pretty much every field, right?
You're absolutely right. Being able to problem solve is crucial no matter what you do. But here's where a lot of people miss the mark. They focus too much on the problem itself, rather than their process for solving it.
So it's not just about having all the answers, but about showing how you think.
You nailed it. Think of it like this. They want to see your brain in action. How do you break down a complex problem? How do you gather information? What steps do you take to find a solution?
So, like, paint them a picture of your thought process.
Exactly. Be specific. Quantify your impact if you can. Did you save the company money? Did you improve efficiency by a certain percentage? Those details make your answer memorable.
It's all about the details. All right, let's talk about a question that feels like a real opportunity to shine. The video covers, if we promote you, what will you do in the first 30 days? This feels like where you get to really wow them with your vision and your plan.
This is your chance to, knock their socks off.
Mhm.
A lot of people, I think, stumble here because they haven't thought this through concretely,
They'll figure it out as they go, right?
which is a recipe for disaster. This is where that whole failing to plan is planning to fail thing really comes into play. The video recommends having a 30, 60, 90-day plan ready to go.
I love that. It shows you're not just thinking about getting the job, you're already thinking about crushing it.
And not only that, it makes it real for them. They can actually visualize you in the role. It takes you from being a candidate to being their future leader.
That's huge. So what goes into a winning 30, 60, 90-day plan? Walk us through it.
It's all about showing them you're strategic and thoughtful. You're not coming in to turn everything upside down on day one.
Right.
Start by focusing on learning and building relationships.
So no big sweeping changes right out of the gate.
Not a good look.
Hmm.
You want to show you're there to collaborate and build on what's already working. Meet with your new team. Get to know their strengths and weaknesses, and identify areas where you can provide support.
It's about listening and learning before you start making big moves.
Exactly. Once you've built that foundation of trust and understanding, then you can start looking at setting more concrete goals for yourself and the team.
That makes a ton of sense. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, but there's one last question from the video that I think is so important. They talk about how to deal with colleagues who also applied for the promotion but didn't get it. This feels like it's about so much more than just the job itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This question is all about your emotional intelligence and leadership skills. Can you navigate those potentially tricky waters with grace and empathy?
Because those first few weeks could be a little awkward if you're not careful, right?
For sure. Everyone's going to be processing the outcome, and your colleagues will be looking to you to set the tone.
So how do you strike that balance between acknowledging the elephant in the room and also moving forward as a team?
It's all about being genuine and supportive. Acknowledge that it was a tough competition and offer your congratulations to the other candidates.
It's about being a leader, not just a boss from day
Right.
one.
You got it. And showing them that you're ready to support everyone's success, even those who might be feeling a little bummed. Emphasize that you're committed to, fostering a collaborative environment where everyone feels valued and supported.
Yeah.
That's how you build a strong team for the long haul.
That's such a good point. And honestly, that kind of attitude is going to take you far in any leadership role, whether you get this specific promotion or not.
Couldn't agree more. It's about building those positive relationships and creating a culture of respect.
Okay, we've covered a ton of ground here. I feel like this CareerVids video was like a crash course in promotion prep.
It's a goldmine of useful advice. And I think it's safe to say that anyone listening who's got a big interview on the horizon can learn a thing or two from it.
Absolutely. But out of all the amazing tips we've unpacked, is there one thing you really want to leave our listeners with today?
Let me see. I think, just remember, you got this. Seriously. You've worked hard to get to this point, and you deserve to be in that room. Now it's just about showcasing your skills and experience in a way that truly resonates.
I love that. You've already accomplished so much now. Go out there and show them what you're made of.
And don't forget, win or lose, celebrate yourself. You've put in the work, and that deserves to be acknowledged. Treat yourself to something nice afterward.
Yes, a little celebration never hurt anyone. Maybe a weekend getaway, a nice dinner, or how about treating yourself to a new book on leadership? Because you're clearly on your way to doing big things.
I love that idea. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep crushing it.
And that's a wrap on another deep dive. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next episode where we'll be tackling, well, you'll just have to wait and see. Until then, happy job hunting.